But now, I'm not locked. I go into VFD, and that's it. What is up, all you beautiful people? It is I, AkemiTCG, back here with a brand new video. Keeping the daily uploads going. Today, we are going to be trying out the Rikka package with the new role support that we just got a few days ago. And honestly, I'm actually pretty impressed with how it's working. It's not quite to the competitive point yet, obviously, like, Drytons, Infernobles, etc. I feel like plants really can't get to that point unless they release something really stupid or really broken. But, however, it's a lot of fun. Hope you all enjoy. We are back here in the den. Just a disclaimer, the Decklist build is not final. 1, 2, it is not yet competitive. I just trying to figure out how to make it as competitive as can be. And 3, I am using OCG cards that we may not even get. For example, White Rose Cloister. Please let it be in Blazing Vortex, but we don't have those cards yet. So take all of those things with a grain of salt. Watch this video if you want to, learn a thing or two, see the kind of combos I've been coming up with, then by all means, do it. But here is the deck list. Basically, as you can probably tell, it's already kind of bricky, but the main idea is you need Snowdrop along with another plant just to extend, so that's why I'm playing triple Rose Paladin, just to search for the Snowdrop. And if you already do have the Snowdrop, then you can search for Mardell instead, and then either search for the boss stage or go off with your combos. Another neat thing one of the YouTubers pointed out, or somebody in the comments pointed out, is when you summon Witch of the Blood Rose and you top deck or you add Witch of the Black Rose, right? You can top deck Rose Fairy. And Rose Fairy says, when this card is added from your deck to your hand by a card effect, you can special summon this card. And since Witch of the Black Rose uses a card effect to add Rose Fairy from the top of the deck to the hand, you can special summon itself. So Rose Fairy with Primula and Witch, you can make 11s with that if you guys fancy that. But also you can go into Needle Fiber and make cool combos with that, and that's what's really neat too. And also what a lot of people don't know is Mardell gives you a better use case for Rose Fairy, because Mardell can also add Rose Fairy to get a free special summon too. So just in case you're at a point where like, oh, I need a level 3 or I don't have more life points than my opponent, then Mardell can essentially special summon Rose Fairy from your hand for free as long as you search it for it. A couple other weird things, odd tactics I've been using is Desert Locust. So how you're going to get this guy out is with Needle Fiber. That's pretty much the only time you'd ever summon it, because when it's summoned, the turn player must discard a card from their hand. This is mandatory. This is not optional, by the way. Mandatory. So if you make on your turn, you have to discard a card. They make on their turn, they have to discard. If you make on their turn, I mean. So you basically Fiber, go into Desert Locust, and if you have a 1, you can go for either Perialis or Black Rose just to add an interruption. Or if you have a level 4, which sometimes you're going to have Primula in hand, then you go for Blood Rose. So a couple of things you got to keep in mind, alright? But it's pretty neat. It's coming there. We're getting the pieces together. And let's get right into the video. You guys ready for this? No Paralog Seed this time. Just all the Rose stuff. All the Paralog Seed stuff, bam, out in Rose stuff. So you guys can pick and choose your battles, which ones you like better, which engine you like better. So here I'm just showing you guys some like test combos. I am opening up with White Rose Cloister, so you can do a lot of cool stuff with that. That Rose Paladin, get that Snowdrop in my hand. White Rose Cloister, special summon that Lone Fire. It's so free. It's so free. I haven't normal summoned yet. And now since because I attributed a plant, I can special summon Primula in my hand for free. Evil Thorn, summon 2. 1, 2. Now Snowdrop, set for Evil Thorn. So this is gonna let me get rid of the Rose Fairy in my hand, because you don't want to draw this in your hand. So because it's a plant, you can make the most out of that. So you can make a Strene here with the Aromatherapy Jasmine, and remember, you did not normal summon yet. So you're gonna add that Lone Fire. I could have special summoned Mardell here and then search for Laurel. So it's a misplay on my part too, but there's a lot of combos you can make. So I normal summon Lone Fire. That was my normal summon, okay? I sack my Laurel to get Witch of the Blood Rose. I gain 500 life points. Aromatherapy Jasmine will activate, getting me Angelica. Now, this is sick. This is sick, guys. So I used Witch of the Blood Rose. Now I have a tuner at the 4. and a vanilla that's a 3, or a non-tuner that's a 3. The reason I'm able to summon Witch of the Black Rose even though I'm locked into plants is because it's considered a normal summon. Witch of the Blood Rose adds this card to the hand, and then you can normal summon it, which is fantastic. So the plant lock doesn't matter. I can summon Perialis and then special summon Snowdrop, put it in defense. It's not too bad. And I mean, we could also summon here. I'm not sure if there's a plant 8. I can't think of one off the top of my head. There's probably not. But basically, in this situation, if you did activate Angelica's effect, then you could put something under it. Let me see if I had a spell or trap. I didn't have a spell or trap, so it didn't matter. But basically, in this situation, you have more life points than your opponent. They can't really kill this. They can kill this, right, by battle. But Perialis can just revive the Snowdrop. And now you have an interruption in the form of a negate. So you have one monster negate, and then these 2 cards can't be disrupted the battle. So it's not half bad. Hold up, guys. You guys know what time it is? It's time for you to subscribe. 75% of the people who are watching my videos are not subscribed. So if you want more combos, you want more content, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. Alright, number two. So I think here... Okay, Rose Princess, if you didn't know, just let you add White Rose Cloister. Just really good. If you want to run 3 and 3, depending on how many plants you run. If you run a high plant ratio, then obviously you run the 3. So here my line of play is, I haven't normal summon yet, so it's completely fine. So I Spore here, and Spore go into Sonavalon Dryas. You can just augment it for whatever use case you want. But basically what I do here is, the reason why I do that is I want to special summon Spore in the graveyard. Spore in itself is an extender in itself. So now I can summon Jasmine and then use Jasmine to do shenanigans with it. Get that Lone Fire out, Lone Fire. Get that Aramage lower. I don't know why I keep going for that. I should have just went for... Actually, no. That was the right play, because I didn't use Evil Thorn yet. That was the right play. So get that 500 life points, get that cool search. So here, I normal summon. That's my normal summon. Normal summon the Lone Fire. No, to get Maudel. Get myself Angelica. Oh boy, guys. I think it's just so sick how, like, this plant deck is so flexible just because Snowdrop can just augment levels. I think that's the most amazing thing, and that's probably the reason why I play Rikkas in general, because you can just change levels of whatever you want. So again, the same end board, except you still have 2 cards in your hand. You could hypothetically go for Glamour and then gotten yourself a Permula and a World Carrot Weight. It just really depends on how far you want to extend here. If I believe, did I activate Glamour that turn? No, I didn't. So I could have activated Glamour to get something to activate under it, but however, Glamour has to be in the graveyard first. So if you don't know how Periton works, is during your turn when you activate any card effect, then you can attach. You can target one card in the graveyard of the same type as the card you just activated, and then attach it to that card as material. So it's pretty neat. All right, this hand, not gonna lie, that's pretty brick. You open up the fairy. I mean, the generator stage gives you a negate, so it's nice. So this time I'm actually playing against a duel, or the AI, and this AI is known to cheat, okay? 100% certain they always open up either Imperm, Ash, the 3 copies of the Call by the Grave. I didn't feel confident enough in running this build online yet because I'm still tinkering out with it, and also it takes me an abysmally long time to come up with new plays. So please bear with me, guys. So I have to generate boss stage. Obviously I left these 2 here because he impermed the Snowdrop, so therefore it's invalid. But I do have a negate with Har. So he activates Galaxy Soldier. I'll let it go through because Har is going to make him now -1. And then when he activates Orbital, now I know he only has 2 cards in his hand. So that way, just negate that and then I'm good to go. That's it. And then he summons Cerberus to get rid of my Har, and that's completely fine. And runs over my Rose Fairy. Now just normal summon Rose Princess, activate Snowdrop, and then just go for this standard teardrop play, and it works. Now boss stage on his turn again, because I still have Mardell in there. Don't forget, guys, don't forget. And you can chain block with Mardell, so now Mardell can search for whatever you want, just in case you drew into the random Ash. But he did draw into the Rhoda, which is super nice. He goes into the Thrasher. Attached to one of my cards. I know he doesn't have A, B, or all ABC sets in the graveyard, so there's no reason for me to take extra damage, and he has pretty much nothing left, so this is a done deal. I draw into Lone Fire, which is arguably the best thing you can draw into in this deck, but you already have enough gas for game. If you have game, guys, just commit to it. Just commit. I don't know, I keep drawing the hard, guys. I don't understand. So I'm playing against Dogmatica, and I normal summon Pedo, and he just ashes me, and I feel bad. It'd be like that sometimes. Man, this hand is stacked. 3 tacticals, punishment, 2 out. Jesus Christ. Oh, stacked, dude. My bad, guys. If I'm scratching my eyes, I'm just extremely exhausted. But it'd be like that sometimes. He summons Makaba, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. End phase, activate Petal's effect, because why not? But he Makaba negates, which is to be expected. Either he negates it now, or he negates it later. But irregardless, he's going to negate it. So I just draw into Rose Fairy, which is like, these are the 2 cards you never want in your hand. And this, if you have more life points, is good. If not, then it's alright. So I Lone Fire, it happens to go through for some reason. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. And it's because the AI doesn't see it as a threat yet. So Eva Thorn, go into pop 2. Go into Jasmine. Jasmine tribute my Snowdrop. Go into another Lone Fire. Lone Fire is going to use its effect. And then summon Mardell. Mardell is going to grab me Mudan. And Mudan's going to sack the Jasmine. Why did I do that? Oh, so I get Tranquility. So basically, I was turtling up. So the reason why I did that is I have less life points than my opponent, so Jasmine won't protect my monster from being killed by battle. And in this case, I just want to turtle up, go for defense, but he's just poking. So Petal comes back during end phase. I know he doesn't have a monster negate because he would have negated it. So I Trank into Mardell and Snowdrop, but I use Mardell's effect. He imperms it. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But now, I'm not locked. I go into VFD, and that's it. Now I tribute summon Mudan. Now I'm locked. Now I'm locked into plants. And then I make the best play ever. This is the most S tier play ever, guys. Go into Kanzashi, summon Laurel, tribute Laurel for cost. But if you guys remember, I played into the Infirm column like a scrub. He played Infirm on a... Guys, keep track of your columns. But regardless, because I tributed something for cost, I get the 500 life points from Laurel, and then I can resummon Mardell. Get the extra damage in, guys. Get the extra damage in. He punishment. I'm like, no. Kanzashi. This is why Rose Fairy just stays in your hand. You just send this to the graveyard with Kanzashi, and it's fine. It protects your plants. That's it. I draw phase. I call dark. You have no power anymore. My opponent should have definitely won that duel, by the way. There's like, if they just punishment my normal summon, then that's a W for them. But we take those. So I'm playing against Red Eyes Fusion Turbo. So this hand is actually pretty good. I just really hate drawing to Rose Fairy. I played at 1. Not gonna lie, considering playing 60 card plants, let me know down below if you want to see 60 card plants in action. So I feel like that would be a lot of fun. Not competitively, but just a ton of fun. So I get that search. Especially something that Angelica. I sack it for Lone Fire. Man, my line of plays are so weird here. Guys, I think it's the lack of caffeine. It'd be like that sometimes. So I just make High Periton, generate a boss stage, and pass. So that's gonna get me in Monster Negate and Omni Negate stage for 3. He activates Red Eyes Fusion. Obviously I negate that, but it negates the activation, so he activates the second one, and yeah, you guys know how this replay ends. So I know the video is running a little bit long, but I want to show you guys the standard bread and butter. So basically with the Witch and the Primula. The Primula, I'm going to obviously grab off a Glamour. So basically this is the very, very simple standard combo that you would do. So summon Witch of the Black Rose, and then Chainlink 2, Primula, Chainlink 1, Witch of the Black Rose, which will let you draw, and you're going to draw into Rose Fairy. And then it activates in a new chain, where you can special summon it. You go into Needle Fiber here. You go Needle Fiber, go into Spore. Spore or Angelica, it really depends. It doesn't matter. We can add Mudon. Now, you weren't locked prior. Now you're locked. So Mudon, get the Trank. So basically you go Teardrop here and then pass. So basically all you have to do, if you literally don't do anything besides Needle Fiber and Primula, so basically with just those two cards, with just Primula and with Witch of the Blood Rose, you can summon Needle Fiber with the Rose Fairy and then the Witch, and then on your opponent's main phase, you're gonna go into Desert Locust, and then after, you can just synchro straight into the Blood Rose Dragon, and now you have 2 interruptions. Basically, they have to discard a card, so now they have 5 cards in the hand. For some decks, it's beneficial. For some decks, it's not. And then you can go for Blood Rose Dragon, just eat their graveyard. And if they're unsuspecting, then it's gonna hurt. Anyways, that is all I have for the video for you guys. Hope you all enjoyed. I'm having a blast just trying out these new combos, but nonetheless, there's so many different ways you can play the deck. You can play it with Dragon Link. You can play it with Needle Fiber, without Needle Fiber, with Paralog Seed, even with 4 Mudskipper. I've tried some builds with 4 Mudskipper too, and I think it's really neat. So I think it's gonna be really fun for the plant community to try a whole bunch of different things. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed. I am AkemiTCG. Make sure to drop a like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.
The world ends now.